Mr. Kotak, I want to address one of the challenges that we could potentially face and link that to what is happening globally. And you did allude to that in your tweet. While I think there is consensus that at this point in time, the risks domestically are few and far between, the risks globally are the ones that we need to brace ourselves for. You talked about the foreign debt aspect and how that makes some companies perhaps more vulnerable. And that's what I wanted to understand. If the Indian banking system doesn't have a systemic risk at this point in time, what are some of the global challenges that you are worried about?
See, I think, and I see a lot of corporates here, they should be borrowing more from Indian financial institutions. They're borrowing too much from outside. I'm sure my banking colleagues will agree with us.
Mr. Khara, you want to come in on that as well?
No, I think market is probably guiding them to borrow more from the Indian market now. Global markets
and I believe that, and I'm not going into any specifics, I think this is a time for Indian financial sector to build its capacity, both in terms of underwriting skills as well as scale. And I do not believe global financiers necessarily have better underwriting skills, but India has to hone it, and its own financial sector should be able to do thorough diligence and get its underwriting right. If we do that, and we need to build a whole host of capacities in India so that corporates feel that the first port of call is to borrow from India. And the risks of global borrowing is that a person sitting in New York, London, Zurich, Hong Kong, Beijing, wherever, may not understand the Indian dynamics as well and is very much focused and impacted by media reports globally. And decisions can be taken more superficially without going necessarily into the facts of the case.